with high roll.
What's going on, guys? This is Nathan the Script, welcoming you to another live duel here on the channel. Today's feature match features Dawson taking on Easton. We have Swordsoul taking on Dino FTK. We're going to see who can win out on top here. We know that the Swordsoul matchup can have some negates on the field, so we're going to see if the Dino FTK with Dawson's deck can actually play through all those negates. But before we jump into today's duel, I want to say thank you so much for checking out today's live duel. If you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like on today's video, as well as subscribing if you do want to see more live duels in the future. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game one. But before we do, let's go ahead and leave a prediction down below. Who you think is going to win today's live duel, Easton or Dawson? Make your pick now, right before we start the duel. Okay. Alright, now that your vote is in, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Alright, Dawson's going to be starting off here with a Lost World activation. Summoning that Oviraptor. Effect 1, 2 will be Lost Roll to make that token, and then Oviraptor will be able to search. So he's going to be able to search for that Oviraptor, unless there's something that he wants to respond with. Ooh, I do see that Imperm, so Imperm is going to hit that Oviraptor prior to the token coming onto the field, which means that the Oviraptor is not going to be able to search. And that completely shut down the FTK, it looks like. Dawson couldn't do anything past that point, no extensions whatsoever. So it looks like it's going to be all or nothing here. We're going to go all out on the field with Easton's hand and see if he can win this turn. If he doesn't, he should at least have a couple negates to stop things. Now we have to remember that Lost Roll does lower attack by 500 for all non-dinos. We're going to see a normal summon of the Moye, revealing the Shitana, getting himself a token. After that, he has 2 tokens on the field that he can synchro with. Moye and the Swordsoul token is going to sync off first. Going into the YuGiOh. Moye will get to draw one, and YuGiOh will get to search. Let's see what we're going to search for here. If he has a long one in his hand, he'll probably go for Taya. If he has a Taya in his hand, he'll go for a long one. If he has both, who knows at that point. Looks like he's going to be adding the Blackout, maybe, possibly. We'll have to see if he does go through with that. He could always set that Blackout and then pop 2 cards on Dawson's field when he's trying to do the FTK if he doesn't finish him off this turn. He might just go for power here instead and try and go all out to win this turn instead of letting Dawson have another chance at getting the OTK, or the FTK I should say. I guess it would be an OTK now that it's not first turn. Let's see what he's going to add here. Thought he was banishing that Blackout, but maybe he's making a different decision, depending on what he thinks is in his hand. Maybe I should zoom out the camera next time so I can actually see what's inside of his hand. Who knows? Alright, looks like he's adding that Taya, so he must already have a long one in hand. So that's kind of a big thing for us to know anyway. Alright, now we can kind of see his hand here. That'll help us out. Alright, so we're going to see a discard of the Shitana to special summon that long one, which we should have already known was in his hand, getting himself a token. He's going to be synchroing with that long one in the token, not doing anything with the Lost Roll token. Going into which one? Looks like he's going to go into the big boy long one. Long one will burn for 1,200. Down to 68. Now, Big Boy Long One does have two different effects. It can banish a activation of a spell or trap, I believe, and burn for 1200, as well as banishing a monster that is special summoned and burning for 1200. So Long One will burn for 12, and then Big Boy Long One can burn up to 24. And I don't believe that's a one-time use, that is once per turn. So if you don't get rid of it, you're going to keep getting burned. We're going to see Battle Phase here with a YuGiOh attacking into the Oviraptor. Now because of the Lost World, it'll be down by 500. Or it'll be down 500. So it'll take 500 from that. And then Big Boy Long One was at 29, so you'll take 24 for that. And we'll see a pass turn from there. Now we're going to see if Dawson can make any kind of impact plays here. We're going to see a normal summon of the Giant Rex. Lost World's effect is going to activate to create another token. And Big Boy Long One can actually banish that. So because it is a field spell, if it's banished, he won't get the token, and he's going to burn for 1200. So that's another 1200 down the drain for Dawson. Go summon for our Pankertops here, still in main phase. Big Boy Long One effect is going to activate here though to banish the Pankertops. Pankertops will chain to that, tributing itself off to pop that Long One. So I'm not sure if he wanted to, well, I guess no matter what you have had to do that, because if you didn't he was just going to pop it anyway because it has to be on the summon. So, no burn for 1200 this time because it was sent to the grave instead of being banished. And you're able to get rid of that Long One, which is also pretty nice. We're going to see a banish of the Oviraptor and another Dino there for the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Ultimate Conductor can attack right over the top of that YuGiOh for 700. And he can attack all monsters at once, so he'll attack into that token as well, dealing 1000 damage for that. We're going to see a pass turn here going into Easton's next turn. With just the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, nothing else on the field, he just has to deal with the one, basically a Book of Moon. So we'll see what he has to play around that. We'll see he start off with a special summon of the Ashina. He could just go straight off and do it now, but he's just going to go into, he's going to link into the Monk, or he's going to allow him to link into the Monk. You see an activation of the Ashina in the grave, banishing itself to special summon one worm from the deck. Special summoning the Vishuda. Now, Vishuda can actually banish itself from the graveyard to return that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to the hand. So now may be the time. Alright, so yeah, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is going to activate its effect, tributing off or destroying the Giant Rex. We're activating the effect to do it. We're going to see a chain of the Heavenly Dragon Circle, tributing off that Vishuda for cost. And that's going to add one worm to the hand. Adding the Moye, it looks like. Giant Rex does still get popped because of the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, but now there's nothing on the field that can be turned face down because you can't turn Link's face down defense position, or face down at all. We are going to see the banish of that Vishuda to send that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno back to the hand. Normal summon of the Moye, revealing another Moye to get a token. Synchroing into a YuGiOh, and that is going to be game one right there. So let's go ahead. We're going to side up. Dawson gets to go first in game two. So we're going to see if he can knock out Easton with that FTK. Let's go ahead. We'll get sided up and we'll jump right into game two. Stay tuned. Alrighty, looks like our duelists are all sided up and shuffled. Dawson has chosen to go first this time. So if I am speed talking, I apologize, but he tends to go really fast with his combos, trying to do FTK as fast as possible. So we're going to see if we can keep up with him. I do see, I see two Nids in his hand though, so I don't know if he actually wanted to go first here, who knows. Alright, looks like we're going to see a summon of the Archosaur here, activating the effect, destroying the baby Stegosaurus.
Baby effect is summoned.
Baby's effect is going to summon the Oviraptor, and the Archosaur is going to search for the double evolution pill. Oviraptor is going to search, adding the Misc. So there's the add of the Misc off of the Oviraptor.
We'll see what happens. I read Misc. Yeah.
Discarding that Misc can pretty much stop anything that Easton wants to do on his turn in its tracks. So it might be game over the second that Misc activates. But we'll have to see. Alright, we're going to see a link of that Archosaur into a Link Karibo. Activating that Misc effect, discarding it to make it so all of his Dinosaur effects can't be negated. He'll banish that Misc as well as the Arc to special summon level 2, the baby. Oviraptor will destroy that baby to special summon a baby. That baby in the graveyard's effect will activate to special summon a Scrap Raptor. So Scrap Raptor is going to activate its effect, popping that baby to special summon. Or the baby Stegosaurus is going to pop into the Rex. The Raptor was going to do a extra normal summon, is what that is there. So Raptor gains an additional normal summon, the baby is special summoning. So let's see what he special summons off of that second baby there. Crazy that it's not once per turn. Looks like he's going to special summon the giant Rex off of that second baby. He's going to link again here. Let's see what he goes into. Looks like he's linking into the Scrap Wyvern. Wyvern's effect is going to summon back that Raptor and then pop the Raptor. So the Raptor will search, the Raptor will special, and the Wyvern will special, I believe. Or the Raptor will add. And the Wyvern will special. So it's going to special the Golem, and then the Raptor is going to add the Chimera. And then Wyvern does have to pop one, so he'll destroy the giant Rex there. Alrighty, that was a lot of fast talking. We're going to see if we can keep up with it now. So he's going to gain that additional normal summon off of the Raptor to normal that Chimera. That's going to special summon the Raptor back. And then he's going to... What's he doing here? Synchroing into the Geomathmech Magma. He's linking the Wyvern off with a Chimera into the Geonator Transverse, which you can swap your opponents and your monsters. Next, I'll activate that double evolution pill. That's going to banish the Link Karibo and a baby to special summon a Doggeron. Okay, that's interesting. Not the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, but Doggeron instead. Looks like he's going to be using that Doggeron and the Geomathmech Magma going into, I believe he said that was a Bish Balkan, which will give each person as many tokens as possible. So he can only gain 3, so his opponent will only gain 3. The Geonator Transverser will actually swap up the Balskin and the token switch sides, so that way the token will go over to Dawson and the Balkan will go over to the over to Easton. Now the Bish Balkan actually gains attack equal to the number of monsters on the field, so depending on how many that are left on the field later on, we're going to see how many he can get going there. So he's going to link that Transverser and a token off into a Cerberus, it looked like. He's going to use the token and the Raptor going into the Maiden, the Garden Rose Maiden, which will search for a Black Rose, or the Black Garden field spell. He's going to activate that Black Garden there, overlaying the Golem and that into the Anomaly Machu Mech, gaining another token on the other side. Activating that Machu Mech, that Bish Balkan has 8,000 attack, so he will be dealing 8,000 damage immediately before Dawson or Easton can even activate a card or have a turn. Wow. So unless there was something you could stop it with there, which I don't think there is, we are just going to go ahead and jump into Game 3. That was very fast. I love talking like that, but you know what? It can get confusing real fast. So let's go ahead. We're going to get sided up, and we're going to see if Easton can handle the FTK on Game 3. So stay tuned. Alrighty, looks like we are all sided up for Game 3. Easton is choosing to go first here. Obviously, he doesn't want to get FTK'd again. Would not be a very fun time for him at all. So let's see what can happen here. I do see a few cards that come into question with Dawson's hand, though, so we're going to see what can be activated. But let's go ahead and see what he has planned. I just saw mine, I'm going to be honest with you. So that's not good. Alright, looks like Easton's going to start off with a special summon of an Adhara. So he doesn't have the Ashuna this time, he doesn't have Adhara, but he does have a Called by the Grave as well. So that could cause some stuff to happen. So let's see. He's going to go ahead and activate the Heavenly Dragon Circle there, tripping it off to add. So he didn't even link it off into the Monk or anything, he's just going to tribute it to add, adding the Moye. Which means he has another worm in hand that he can reveal to get a token.
Does Dragon Circle have a grave effect? I wonder where it's used for a search.
So we'll have to see which one he has in his hand to get a little clue. If he had the Ashana, he would have already summoned it, so I'm guessing he might have the long one or the Shatana in hand.
From grave to add a 10E from deck to hand, but it's only one effect or the other per turn.
Alright, so we're going to see the normal summon of the Moye, just like we thought. Revealing to get a token there to sink into the... what?
Yep.
Let's see what he's going to go into here.
Yep.
The YuGiOh. So YuGiOh will be able to draw Chainlink 1, or add. Chainlink 2 will be Moye, so Moye will draw, and YuGiOh will add. I'm not sure why he doesn't go the others. I don't know. If I was going to do it, I'm not sure if you have to activate YuGiOh first on summon and then chain the Moye. Or if you can activate the Moye first and then chain the YuGiOh, because I'd like to search before I draw, just so I make sure I'm not drawing into it, but he is going to add the Blackout. Next we're going to see the discard of a Vishuda, to special summon the long one, get himself another token. He's going to sink again here. See if he goes into the big boy long one again. He is not, he's going into the Sheng Yang. I'm not sure why. I would have rather him gone into the long one to banish, but long one will still burn him for 1200 down to 68. He just doesn't get the additional burn off of special summons or the summon or the activation of spells. But he's gonna set 2 here and pass, and we're gonna see end the battle phase straight into the evenly. So we're gonna see he doesn't have any effect negation here. So I don't know what he's going to want to do here. Unless one of his 2 sets are negations of a trap, he has to keep something. I'm just not sure what he wants to keep here.
Okay, cool.
If one of those is going to be the Blackout, I'm guessing the other one's going to be the Called by the Grave that he already had in hand at the beginning of the game. So he's going to banish both of his set cards, and he's going to... what would you choose here? I would probably choose the YuGiOh just for the effect negation. That would be my plan if I was him, because then you can at least keep that alive. The other one just gains attack, and that's it. Alright, so he's going to keep that YuGiOh here. So main phase 2 here. He's just going to activate the mine, that's all it is. This is going to be a very fun commentary for you guys moving forward. I do apologize for how fast it's going to be. Let's see what happens. Alright, so he's going to draw, set 2, pass. Draw. Special summon a Pankratops in the main phase, stripping it off to pop one of those back row. Keeping that Mystic Mine alive, but he is going to pop the Triple Tactics talent. Pass turn there for Easton to draw. This is pretty much just going to go on until somebody draws into the out. So he's going to set 1 there. So whoever draws the out first, either Dawson draws into what he needs to do the FTK, he's just going to draw and pass, or else Easton's going to draw the out. We'll have to see who gets it. So draw and pass again. Lots of fun commentary, guys. I love it, I love it, I love it. We're going to see a set 1 and pass, draw and pass. Activation of a Terraforming. So Terraforming will add the Lost World. So he does have a way to get rid of the Mystic Mine. So we don't have to worry about being stuck on that forever. He does have 1 card set, I'm not sure what it is. He does have lots of cards in his hand now, though.
Okay, so I don't have a
Alright, so he's just gonna pass turn there. It looks like he's just waiting till he gets as many cards in his hand as he needs to for the FTK. So Easton's gonna have to draw the out of that Mystic Mine before that happens, or else it's gonna be all over. He's gonna draw and pass and set and draw and pass and set and draw. You can see the activation of a Pot of Desire. So now we're fishing for outs, either a Twin Twister, Cosmic Cyclone, MST, something to get rid of it.
You banished everything. Every good card is no longer yours.
And hope that you didn't banish all your Moyes, your Longmons, and everything else that you might need in your deck. Ooh, the Harpy's Feather Duster. So I'm guessing he drew that. Looks like he did pop an evenly off of that, and the double evolution pill that were set. So he did draw that Harpy's Feather Duster off of it, so that is actually really good for him. That is for sure.
Alas, I did not have a judgment.
Let's see what he does for his play now. We're going to see the summon of Ecclesia. That was a normal summon, was not a special, so his normal is done for the turn. It'll activate its effect, attributing itself off to special summon. He might be going for lots of damage here before either another Mystic Mine can happen or the FTK can happen, one of the two. We do know that Dawson does have that Lost World in his hand. So we got a Moye on the field now, special summoning that Moye. Now if you can see what I see in Dawson's hand, you know what's coming. So we're going to keep count. That's 2. Moye is going to reveal that long one, getting a token. He's going to sink off that Moye and the token
Second YuGiOh. Okay.
for another YuGiOh. That's 4.
This is a draw then search.
So he's going to draw and search here. He already searched for the Blackout once that got banished. I'm not sure if he has another one in deck or if he only plays the one. I do know that we've done a deck profile on him before with this deck, but he might have changed it since the last time we did one of those.
That makes sense, but Desires was limited because of this deck, I think, right? Really hard. It's just so good, right?
He's going to discard the Ashina here to special summon the Long One, get a token, and that is going to bring out the Nib. Alrighty, so unless he has a way to get rid of that Nib, it is going to tribute off everything but one of his monsters. He will still have his back row though. So we will have to see. So he's going to chain the Heavenly Dragon Circle. He's going to tribute off one of his worms here to add one to hand. So he's going to tribute off the long one. What is he going to add off of that? Now after that Mystic Mine, after that Pot of Desires, we're getting dangerously low over on Easton's end. So he could actually deck out depending on if Dawson has another mine or not, which I don't think he does, but who knows. He's going to be adding the Vishuddha. I will go ahead and link Dawson's deck profile as well as combo tutorial up in the cards for his Dino FTK so you can see it in action as well. So he's going to list all of his monsters minus the token. Now we're going to see what he does here. That token is still considered normal monster, so he can still use all of his tenues. So he'll go ahead and special summon that Vishuddha first off.
And you have the other 2 tenues in grave, right?
Lots of banish face down cards with nothing face up. He's going to banish the Ashina, which is also going to special summon a worm from the deck.
Did all this, right? Yep. For the rest of the turn. The rest of the turn. Okay, makes sense.
Special summoning the Shitana. He is running low on cards. He might be out of tenyu soon, especially if he's special summoning that instead of something like an Adhara that can add back an Ashina.
That's good for me. Love to hear.
Alright, let's see what's next here. We're gonna see a Link summon. for 2 instead of 1, so it's not going to be the monk. They'll be going into the shaman of the Tenyi here. Now, if he was nice, he could always banish that Vishuda to return that nib back to hand.
That's just a field center, unfortunately. Yeah, he's just hanging out. Looking pretty.
So we're going to see a triple tactics talent, so he'll get to draw 2 here because of the nib activation on his turn. Pretty good card nowadays. Everybody has interaction on each other's turns, so that triple tactics talent is usually always live. If you don't have anything like Pot of Prosperity or any of the expensive cards, you could always just put those into the deck if you do have those. The Shaman's effect is going to activate here. So he'll discard 1 card and it special summons a worm. So we'll see which one he's going to go into here. I think it's any worm actually. So we can just special summon the YuGiOh right from the graveyard. Pretty good recursion there if he wants to go through with that.
Okay, only if it's synchro research, okay. You banish a Swordsoul or targeted effect negates. Okay. The other cheat
Looks like he's changing his mind here. He's going to special summon the Vishuda instead. Alright, so he's going to link that Vishuda off into the Monk of the Tenyi. We're just going to go battle phase here and declare an attack with that Monk of the Tenyi. Shaman's effect is going to activate, which will just pop the nib instead of actually going through with the battle. Then you can actually attack for another 1,000 and then the 16 off of the Shaman, dealing 26 to him.
Okay, so 2,600 damage now? Okay, let me get that other 1,000. Is that one a non-effect attack?
But he is running dangerously low on cards, so I'm not sure how much more he can deal with.
Okay.
Set 1, set 2. He's going to pass his turn there. Oh my god, we're going to see a 3rd evenly matched for this game. 1 got popped, 2 have been used, so he's going to be activating that at the end of the battle phase. This could be the start of the rodeo that we might be going into here. So because of that token, it cannot be banished. So he's actually stuck with that token. Everything else is going to get banished, which is crazy good. And he does have that Lost World in hand, so this might be it, boys. This might be it. Alright, so we're going to see the activation of the Lost World, summon of the Oviraptor. Oviraptor's effect is to search, to pop to search, and the Lost World is going to get the token. So there's a token summoned to his side of the field. Oviraptor is going to search. The Misk. So he's going to go ahead and activate that Misk effect, discard it, Oviraptor's effect to pop. The Lost World will stop that, popping the baby instead. Get an explanation there off the Lost World. Baby Ceratosaurus is going to summon the Baby Ceratosaurus. Misk is going to banish itself as well as, or just itself, I guess, for a 1 for the Archosaur. And get that double evolution pill by popping that baby. Baby's going to summon again into a Scrap Raptor. Let's see what he does next here. Looks like he's going to use that Archosaur and the Scrap Raptor, linking into the Wyvern. Wyvern's effect will summon, I think it's just a Scrap from the graveyard, which is going to be that Raptor. Last time he actually popped the Raptor, so we're going to see if he does that again. So he's going to summon the Raptor and then pop the Oviraptor. Then he's going to use the Scrap Raptor's effect to pop itself to gain the additional normal summon. And then Wyvern's effect is going to activate because Scrap was destroyed, and the Scrap Raptor's effect is going to activate because it was destroyed by a Scrap effect. I believe that's how it goes. The Wyvern is going to special summon 1 Scrap, the Raptor is going to add a Scrap, So we're going to see a special of the Golem off of the Wyvern, and the add of the Chimera off of the Raptor. We're going to see a normal summon off of the Raptor, the additional normal summon to special summon back the Raptor.
And you have one card in hand? Yep.
Ooh, okay. Let me a second to breathe. Thank you. Alrighty, so what do we have next here? I'm trying to remember the rest of the play. If he goes with the FTK. The double evolution pill is in hand because of the Archosaur. And that would special summon the Dogron.
And I do not, so...
He would need a synchro into the Mathmech Magma. So there's double evolution pill. Banishing 2, he's going to banish the Nib and then the Oviraptor. And that'll special summon the Dogron. And it is going to get Ash though, so we had that Ash that entire time and he waited for it. That was actually really, really smart on his play. Being able to hold onto that Ash that entire time shows a lot of patience on his hand, because I don't know if I would be able to hold on to it. I'd probably Ash in the wrong spot and then lose. Now all of this is main phase 2, by the way, just so we all know.
Okay. Calling 3 for 3 material.
You're going to see Link 3 material into the Appaloosa. So it's at 24. He's got that Golem going into, or Golem special summoning the Raptor going into the Cerberus. Cerberus effect will discard to pop the token on the field. And he's going to get a draw off of the Cerberus. So there's the draw off the Cerberus, and he's just going to pass turn there. Dust only has 2 cards in hand though, and there's 3 negates off that Appaloosa. We're going to have to see what he can do with it. And I see another Nib in hand, so if he tries to do anything crazy, there's going to be another Nib in his future. He's got to get through 3 negates first. So long 1 negate, Moye negate, Tenny negate, like there's lots of negates he can push through. I think he could do it, but we'll have to see. He's just going to set 1 and pass. Alright, so we're going to see the activation of the Fossil Dig here, adding the Oviraptor. Oviraptor is going to add the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. You're going to see the battle phase after the special summon, going for pretty much game here, I think. It's going to be 16, 35, 11.
500 below 2419 game.
So yeah, that is it. That is the game, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed today's duel between Dino FTK as well as the 10 Swordsoul. If you did enjoy today's live duel, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell on the way through, because all your support is greatly appreciated. We will be back here again soon, a couple days here, with another deck profile and then some more live duels, so stay tuned for those. But that is all I've got for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Dino from the Musicom Academy, signing out for now. Peace out.